chapter or a new episode for Be Invincible Podcast. And today we have someone special who has a great experience dealing with minds, right? She is a psychotherapist and a hypnotherapist. She's a counselor. But let me introduce Rupali. She's joining today with us in this episode. Welcome, Rupali, today to our episode. And why don't you introduce yourself?
Chika, thank you for this lovely introductions. Hello everyone, my name is Rupali. I'm a psychologist and hypnotherapist. So, hypnotherapy is my therapeutic style, which is I'm specialized in. And psychotherapist, as Ajinkya mentioned, is a field where anything that is mentally being challenged, stress, anxiety, any severe disorders, I cater to this to therapeutic sessions. Along with that, I take workshops, trainings for corporates and for each and every kind of age groups from childhood till geriatric populations. And from past 5 years, I have been in this field working for mental health.
Wow. Why psychology? What made you think that this is the right choice for you?
So I started to understanding. So I have not chosen directly psychology as my mainstream field.
Okay.
Initially, I was a commerce student.
Oh,
So I graduated in commerce. So when I was doing my CMA, cost management accounting, as a specialization when I was graduating, I
mhm,
understood more than accounts. I like people and their stories,
right,
their issues, and I talk to them. I try to understand the root cause of it. And the way I was understanding and catering their issues, how the one friend helps other friends.
right,
So when I was doing that, started to realizing this is not each and every friend is doing.
right.
You see how other friends are helping their friends and how I am helping is little bit different. I'm very much into it.
Hmm.
So I had a one teacher. I spoke to them and I asked them, "Okay, this is what I'm feeling." So she said, you have an aptitude in this, and why don't you try
Okay,
doing it? And then I thought about it, and then I made a choice. This is what it is. I want to do it. And after graduation, I switched to this field, starting from zero back again, and work tirelessly, and here am I. So yes, basically the interest in people, in their mind, in their life is
right.
what is driving me to this field.
That's so nice. So I'm also doing BA psychology, so I understand what you feel. But your vision and aim is mostly helping people where they are struggling with mental stress, mental problems, or anything which they are struggling with. So what kind of uh, people or individuals you interact with, and what are the common challenges they have? Like, what do you feel?
So I cater with almost every kind of a mental health issues. It could be interpersonal, their career related issues, their relationship issues. It could be severe disorders, OCD, obsessive compulsive disorder, to schizophrenia as well,
Okay.
depression, anxiety, panic attacks, phobias. There are personality disorders like bipolars,
Hmm.
schizoids. So almost with everyone, but majorly the challenges that I'm seeing in people right now is stress,
Hmm.
anxiety, depression,
Right.
OCD, panic attacks, public speaking, social anxiety is also there. And somewhere mobile addiction has started to rise up some scale like nothing else. And schizophrenia is also there. So these
Yeah.
are the one of the major problems that I'm seeing currently right now.
Wow.
And if you go to the teenager level, relationship issues, anxiety, depression is at peak, and mobile addiction is also at peak. And they are somewhere very lost and confused
Hmm.
about their life, what they want to do,
Right.
and somewhere the trend is being followed to the same as well till 40s to 50s, because suddenly even parents have started to use a lot of social media,
Right.
and because of the social media they have started to question themselves a lot,
Right.
and because of that questioning, um, if they don't go to the right path, that questioning doesn't lead to the right path, it leads to a confusion,
Right.
and then it leads to comparison, overthinking, and again into depression. And
Agreed.
if they don't come out of that state, it starts to just increase and increase and increase. Then it goes to relationship problems and anger management and everything, anger issues.
Yeah.
And there is a geriatric people. Um, I see them very lonely.
Hmm. Yeah.
Um, Suddenly they had a lot of power in their life, they have control, and when it's after 60s or 65s, they see their life as somewhere meaningless. Loneliness is there, people are not talking to them that much,
Right.
and now we are going into a nuclear family soon, so they're not very much connected to the family. So social connection is low, physical touch is very less at that stage. A lot of people lose their spouses, partners as well.
Right.
So that missing feeling is very terrible for them to deal with.
True.
So grief
Yeah.
and the journey that they reflect on when they're in the 60s or 70s, when they're a lot of time. So the memories and flashbacks, the regrets and everything that comes to their mind, sometimes it becomes very difficult for them to deal with it. So a lot of people in their families says that after 70s or he started to behaving very psychotic, or his anger issues, and like he is not understanding what is he talking. All these are issues are happening because he has loosened the physical strength, but mentally all this information is there in his mind and he doesn't
Right.
know how to deal with it.
True.
So these are some of the common challenges I'm seeing from childhood to the geriatric population.
Wow, Rupali, these are like, I mean, if I start counting, there are so many if we look at, but I think one of the major things which I understand is lack of awareness that whether they have it or not, right? So what would
Definitely.
you recommend that people should go through or people should start evaluating themselves? How should they evaluate that they are in stress or in anxiety or depression? What should they look out for signs and symptoms on their own? And then maybe later on we talk about how do they manage them. But I think I want to focus on how should people self-evaluate themselves that they are in a situation where they need to take an action.
Um, Take an understand, for example, your physical health.
Hmm.
You're one of the best parameter of your physical health, how it is, how
Hmm.
you function, what is your body is capable of.
Right.
And if there is a certain situation is coming very hard to push yourself, you will feel eventually drained out a little bit.
Right.
And after 2 to 3 days, after a good rest, you will come back to the normal level.
Right.
Is it happening same with the mental level?
I don't know.
Ask yourself. It's a general question you can ask yourself whenever you're going through a tough situation. There will be a scenario where you have to push yourself mentally. There will be hectic days. There will be certain situation which is not normal for you.
Right.
Someone's being hospitalized. You're seeing an accident. There is a failure. Anything. For 1 to 2 weeks, if you're in that phase, it's okay.
Okay.
It's normal to take that time to accept the situation, to emotionally process it.
Right.
It is there still, and you're still in that zone emotionally, mentally, physically, dwelling into it again and again. It
Hmm.
is coming into your thoughts. Your productivity is hampering, your relationship is hampering. Your people are telling you you're not into the moment, you're zoning out. Something is back of your mind. If you feel more than 2 to 3 weeks, this phase is still being there and I'm not able to handle it on my own, take
Hmm.
help.
Okay.
It's not always has to be a professional help. Even just talking out with your friend or family members will help you, at least to get an idea where I'm going wrong, what is happening with me.
Right.
Or you can do a journaling, write it out. But maintaining the same phase for a very longer point, 2 to 3 months, can build a negative thought patterns in your mind.
Okay.
And more than 3 months, if it is still there, it becomes stronger and stronger each and every day. That means you're going to have much more difficult time to overcome it.
Wow.
And also a little bit healthy comparison to your previous self helps you,
Hmm.
where you're track, whether you're on the track or you're just gone to little on the down line. So that
Right.
helps you. And sometimes just questioning yourself, it's going okay or not okay. Throughout the day, what you're doing, how your day is starting.
Right.
Are you feeling anxious, stressed out? Your brain is having automatically so much of negative thoughts that you have to check your phone
Hmm.
just to get rid of them. You need a lot of distraction. You're wasting a lot of time in a day. Understand your thought patterns. There is so much negativity, criticism, or you're imagining so many things, that fantasy, you're just getting so much involved into that you're losing the touch with the reality or with the someone who is sitting in front of you. These are the small signs. And these are the signs. It can lead you to anxiety, it can lead you to depression, it can lead you to any other mental severe disorder. But these
Right.
are the common signs which are being seen in each and every mental health issues.
Right. So, for example, if someone is experiencing these symptoms, right, and
Hmm.
they know that, okay, I'm stressed. For example, let's take a situation where someone has been given a negative feedback, someone has given a, a not so great feedback about their work, right?
Hmm.
And then they feel, oh, I'm doing so much of an effort, but still I'm getting these kind of feedback, and I'm nervous, I'm sad, I'm depressed, right? At that point of time, what should they do to make sure that they should not extend this to more than the time which you mentioned, maybe 2 weeks or 1 week? And what exactly, what technique, what practices they should do to make sure that they build that confidence within to come out of this situation? I think this podcast is about that, building an invincible mindset where you hit a ceiling. How do you
Yes.
build that mindset to overcome that situation and then be a winner always? That's the whole goal of this podcast, right? So I want your help to maybe help understand people that whenever they feel stressed or they are very depressed or maybe things not happening their way, what should they do to make sure that they build up, they rise up, the resilience is there, and that grit is there for them to overcome these challenges? What would you recommend?
So there are multiple questions. I'll just answer one by one.
Yeah, yeah.
First thing, you need to understand your goal. What is your goal where you want to reach?
Right.
Whether it's realistic or not realistic. If it is realistic, have you made a small step plan?
Okay.
Very important. If you have not made a proper planning about it, with each and every failure, your mind is going to just create so much of that failure imagination
Right.
that you will not able to handle it, because your mind is directly going to see if you're here and if you want to go here, and if you have not built this staircase in your mental process, suddenly if you're taking the one step and your mind is just seeing this huge gap,
Right.
and this gap feels terrible in your mind, it
Mhm.
feels hopeless
Right.
multiple times. That creates confusion, anxiety, panic attacks. And the second thing is how to deal with it. Clear your vision.
Mhm.
Very important. Be very specific. I want to be rich. What do you mean want to be rich? How
Mhm.
much?
Right.
Where? Is like 50,000 per month is okay. I want to reach at 5 lakhs. If I want to reach at 5 lakhs, how can I reach at 5 lakhs? If I'm a salaried person, the common understanding of the salaried person is like you get 30% hike by each year. This is
Right.
common.
Right.
So this, if I'm working at that speed, I am not taking any special efforts to work on my skills or my knowledge, then my growth is going to be like that 30% per year. So
Right.
that's how it will take me around 5 to 10 years to reach at that my goal. But I
Correct.
want it now because my impulse, uh, like you can say impulse, I want it so bad, I'm stubborn inside.
Right.
I don't want to make that special effort to work on my other areas of life, which will help me to reach that goal very faster.
Right.
So that clear understanding about the goal and the steps you need to take creates like resolves multiple things.
Right.
And almost 60 to 70% people lacks this. They don't define their goal properly, they don't set their expectations properly, they don't understand the basic steps you need to take in order to achieve these goals.
Mhm.
Sometimes you understand the steps that you need to, but you feel very overwhelmed by that. Oh my god, I need to do this and that. मुझे ये भी करना है, ये भी करना है, ये भी करना है, और
Right.
फिर वो बहुत ज्यादा स्ट्रेसफुल लगता है कि
Right.
ये सब मुझे अकेले ही करना है. नहीं,
True.
you don't have to do it all your alone. Try to understand there is always a professional in each and every field who can help you out with every small things.
Makes sense.
All you need to do is manage your time and energy as well.
True.
Because a lot of people what do, they try to manage their entire day. ओके 9 बजे से उठ के मैं 10 बजे ये करूंगा, 11 बजे ये करूंगा, 12 बजे ये करूंगा. बट ट्राई टू अंडरस्टैंड 9 से 10 बजे मैंने ये करने के बाद मेरी मेंटल या
Okay.
फिजिकल कैसे होगी,
Right.
हाउ आई एम फीलिंग, डू आई नीड अ ब्रेक ऑफ 5 to 10 minutes to restore myself, do I need to choose something to feel fresh? If it is there, I need to give that buffer time to myself. A
True.
lot of people don't do that.
Mm-hmm.
They try to do everything at once and they just feel they have watched some videos on time management or something or plan out your day and they start to implement it by day first, and that doesn't happen within a day first, and that failure, okay मेरे first day नहीं हुआ तो बहुत ज्यादा डिसअपॉइंटमेंट लगता है, फिर वो डिसअपॉइंटमेंट को चिपक के बैठते हैं उस डिसअपॉइंटमेंट को.
Right. Right.
अरे नहीं नहीं हुआ मुझसे होता ही नहीं है. नहीं, यहाँ पे बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है द वे यू आर टॉकिंग टू योर सेल्फ.
Right.
Always we have to understand this one thing, that you are going to be your own motivator
Absolutely.
and you have to learn it.
Yeah.
There are a lot of self-help books that teaches you, people like you, who has a lot of videos and content on the YouTube channel.
Right.
So go through it, but just make sure whenever you are following anything, follow just one thing at once.
Right.
What people are doing mistake over here is they go to the social media, they watch a lot of stuff and they try to implement everything, or their brain just gets overwhelmed with everything that they have seen. अच्छा ये
Right.
भी है ये भी है ये भी है तो मुझे ये बस करना पड़ेगा. नहीं, try to understand your personality, what works with me, I need to do that only.
Makes sense.
See, everything is there on out. Every information is out there freely on Google. Everything is free. You
Right.
don't have to work. All you have to do is pick wisely.
Yeah.
According to your physical, mental strength, what will work for you. And that wisdom of choosing will not come in the first choice.
Right.
You will have failures and
Definitely.
accept it unconditionally. Failure is a part of life. More than success, failure teaches you a lot. Failure makes you a better person.
True.
Failure makes you enjoy the success.
Right.
The gravity of the success. So if you're failing, enjoy it. Even you can enjoy the failure. There is a beauty in failing. So if you look at the failure from a different perspective, like I guess Nelson Mandela has this, that he tried inventing the bulb around for 1000 times. And his assistant said, how many times do we have to try? We are just failing. And he said that, no, we are not failing. We understood what are the 9,999 ways that has not worked. And we
Right.
can teach that to the world. This doesn't work, try something new.
True.
So this perspective can help you to go further.
Right.
So it's very important to give a better perspective about your failure. Okay, I'm not failing, I'm learning.
Right.
With each failure, I'm understanding myself in a more better way. And this understanding is helping me to grow each and every day. You can have any self-affirmation dialogue for yourself, which is motivating for you. And keep that statement, reaffirm that statement each and every day. So that will keep the motivation, because no matter how bangly you can start, after 2-3 days or 1 to 2 failures, you tend to feel a little bit down. So these kind of tools, having proper plan, having small steps identified, having a mentor, having a professional help will help you to stay on the track. And some self technique like self affirmations, your own motivation dialogues, proper time management, and along with that, food, very important.
Right.
Have nourished nutrient food. If it is not there, you will feel mentally drained.
Yeah, I think, yeah, that's true.
And Doing meditation at least 5 to 10 minutes a day, and along with 10 to 15 minutes exercise per day,
Mhm.
helps you mentally build a stamina a lot, physically and mentally. So, taking out time throughout a day, at least half an hour for your mental and physical well being,
Mhm.
will do wonders to you.
Right. So I think let me reiterate things like, for example, if anyone is going through stress, anxiety, what they have to do is majorly design their goals, their short-term goals, their long-term goals, and then follow
Yes.
their short-term goals consistently. There would be failures, but embrace those failures as learning opportunities, and then keep on working on achieving those small goals. And along with your goals, you also mentioned that your physical and mental health is also important, where you have to spend some time in time management, your meditation, your mental health activities, and also your physical activity. And along with this, to add on, you also have to focus on getting nourished food. When nowadays, I feel that there is a lot of, disregarding those situations where you don't attach with the food when you eat. We just eat in hurry. We eat watching TVs. We eat, distracted. So I think that is also very important, where you make a connection with the food, spend quality time with your family. And I think one of the major thing which you mentioned is self-talk. So I wanted to talk about one situation where one I was asking myself, what are you doing, Ajinkya? And I was very depressed at that point of time, that I was questioning myself. Immediately, what I did, I just stepped out, I wore my shoes, and I went out for a walk. And I was talking to myself, okay, this is not the right way to do it. What is the best way to do it? And I was just listening to meditation music. I was walking and I was talking to myself. So you really pointed out very nicely that self-talk is the first thing you should do, because you might be in a situation where you might not get that immediate help from your friend or a professional. You become your own help at that point of time. And I think that really helped me to overcome those situations. And I agree that failures are the most best solution for your success. So really, really appreciate you bringing that point. I wanted to quickly touch upon this social anxiety you mentioned, because I feel there are a lot of corporate employees who want to be a public speaker, or who gets an
Yes.
opportunity to speak in a meeting or give a presentation to the team. And I think I myself was in that zone where as soon as I was asked to talk or speak, I used to start sweating, right? I was so anxious before I got on the stage or start speaking in a meeting. And I think that is something which everyone goes through, right? What should people do to overcome this situation? And maybe, I think, I don't know, you will be the best person to answer this, but social anxiety, how do we manage that, and how do people take this challenge?
So, social anxiety means different for each and everyone.
Hmm.
Each and everyone faces different kind of symptoms and thought process. Let's talk about the thought process first. What is this thinking process that is going on inside your mind?
Right.
It's about judgment of people. It's about your own acceptance, or there are past incidences which had happened which was bad for you,
Right.
and they are constantly having you are constantly having flashbacks of them. What is it? Or you have never given an opportunity, so you have never learned that skill.
Hmm. Right.
Majority of the people have never learned that skill. So suddenly, if you tell, if I am not a swimmer, I
Right.
don't know how to swim. If you tell me to jump, definitely I will panic.
Definitely.
I have no background knowledge. I don't know what skills or what do I do, what should I do.
Right.
If I know that if I'll jump and I'll drown, definitely my body is going to react.
True.
So if you are not well prepared, or if you have not practiced, and
Right.
suddenly if you are put in that situation, you will have that tension.
Right.
और and if you are passing this continuously, that आपने अगर किसी आपके फ्रेंड्स का किसी का देखा है इंसिडेंट्स या खुद के साथ हुआ है, that लोग चिढ़ाते हैं, मजाक उड़ाते हैं,
Right.
people pass judgments about you, what will people think of me, so this questions keeps running in your mind.
Right.
So if you want to get rid of the social anxiety, first accept that people will criticize.
Okay.
Out of 10, 2 to 3 people will criticize. That's a normal human nature.
Right.
If you see, even at the biggest, even if you take Sachin Tendulkar, Virat Kohli, APJ Abdul Kalam, there are a group of people who still criticize them, even if they are being the best in their field.
Right.
That is happening. So that's how the society is. So accept about that society. We have this tendency of very perfectionism. A lot of people with social anxiety that I have seen, they want a perfectionist thing. If I am being there out, I want to be accepted by everyone.
Right.
I want to be loved by everyone. I want everyone to make that connection. I want everyone to be understood.
Right.
So that perfection you need to keep little it aside. Even if out of 10, 4 to 5 people are understanding me, yeah, I'm reaching to 4 to 5 is a great go. Like
Right.
you're going in a good direction.
Right.
You need to give that thought, rational understanding of the situation. That's what we do in REBT, Rational Emotive Behavior Therapy, rationalizing the situation. Take a practical understanding.
Mm-hmm.
What expectations you're setting about the situation and what will actually happen is completely different. So create a positive scenarios in your mind. Imagine if your imagination, your brain can imagine worst to worst scenarios and make you panic.
Right.
It can imagine best to best situations as well and make you feel wow.
Mm-hmm. True.
So use that tool very productively. So if you want, if you wanna give any public speech or anything, try to practice from past 3 weeks. If I know that on December 31st, I have this public speaking event.
Right.
So I'll begin with the 1st December itself.
Right.
Every day, just giving 5 to 10 minutes, just visualizing, imagining with each and every my senses involved that I'm giving this speech wonderfully. People are accepting it. My words are going smoothly. I'm talking to the topic up to the point, whatever and everything. If you are an anchor, comedy anchor, you're making a comedy in a good way, people are laughing, just imagining good positive things
Mm-hmm.
induces positive hormones,
Okay.
boost your energy, and that positive visualization helps your subconscious mind to prepare for that event. So
Right.
whenever that event is there, you have so much positivity in your subconscious mind related to that event, you automatically do it nicely.
Really.
Oh, because your brain says, oh, you have already done it. Because you have
Mm-hmm.
imagined that event so many times. Your brain thinks that I have done it, I know it. Just
Mm-hmm.
go and do it.
True.
So your brain doesn't imagine anything around it, negative scenarios. So that helps. So imagination, and along with that, we spoke about the self dialogue, self talk. Have a good positive affirmation. Practice positive self talk in front of the mirror. Say
Mm-hmm.
positive affirmations to yourself about confidence, self love. Do it and practice.
Okay.
There would be times you will murmur or you will fumble, your words will go haywire, which is normal.
Right.
Normalize these things. Normalize these things that you will forget.
Right.
We want to be perfect and we feel like नहीं नहीं ये मेरे साथ कैसे हो सकता है, ये मैं कैसे कर सकती हूँ. नहीं, ये होता है
Right.
and ये होना ही चाहिए because that's how you will learn.
True.
And if you don't allow yourself to fail or to make this mistake, your brain won't understand. Mistake से ही होगा.
Right.
As there would be a situation, there are 100 people sitting and you will forget everything.
Right.
And how will you handle that situation? Go back, take your paper, read it once again, come back and start again.
Makes sense.
That's these are certain backup plan also you need to be prepared with.
Makes sense.
If you feel like कि अगर ऐसे ऐसे हो सकता है, if I go blank,
Right.
go to the solution mode. What are the solutions that will save me in that moment? I
Mm-hmm.
can tell my friend over there to give me a reminder कि ये है.
Mm-hmm.
Or I can keep myself a certain list or something. Well, I was watching one video on this YouTube this recently
Mm-hmm.
that Shreya Ghoshal was running
Mm-hmm.
back again onto the event because she forgot the lyrics.
Okay.
If she can do that,
True. Anyone
we
can.
can do it easily.
Yeah. Right.
Right?
Right.
After practicing for 30 years in this industry, if she can forget the lyrics, you can also do it, yeah?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Normalize these things. It's
Yeah.
okay. And have this solution oriented approach. If you feel like your brain is constantly imagining these worst scenarios, have a worst scenario solution. If I
Okay.
go blank, I can do this. If I fumble, I can repeat the word again.
Okay.
If I do this, I can just apologize my audience. Sorry, I don't know this. I'll just repeat it again. Whatever your imagination, and just do it.
Right.
Whatever you have planned it, do it. And with practice, this social anxiety
Will go away.
will go away.
So daily practicing this imagination and visualization and affirmation would help building that strong mindset and building that failure or a ability to accept those failures and overcome those. Is that fair understanding?
Yes. Along with that, consistent practice is very important.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah. I think what I usually do is I follow a specific practice every day, which I call it as giver, Giver. So
Giver.
giver, G I
Giver.
VER. So G is
Understood.
gratitude, I is imagination, V is visualization, E is exercise, and I read. R is read, right? So I this is basically my daily routine. As soon as I get up, before even I get down from my bed, I say thank you for this beautiful day because that's very important for me. So I thank universe, that's gratitude towards that, and I thank universe to whatever I have today. I'm so grateful for that, right? So that is something gratitude which I do. And after I get ready, I spend 10 minutes in imagination. For me, imagination is something I that you can imagine anything in the world, right?
Yes.
Anything. There is no limit to imagination. And visualization, what I see is where I want to be. I'm actually into that moment. For example, I'm driving a car, what color the car is, how it feels, what speed I'm in. I'm just giving an example what visualization I follow, right? And then I usually go for workout around 8 o'clock. And then sometimes, and while working out, I read books, right? Audiobooks. So I think this is these kind of practices, if everyone can implement, maybe I think they will have a strong mindset to overcome the social anxiety, right? Is that right?
Definitely. One point that you mentioned, gratitude, is one of the best therapeutic technique, one of the best way of leading the life.
Right.
If you see in each and every religion and culture, they have just talking about gratitude in indirect way.
Right.
This Thanksgiving, even if in Hindu religion, Islam religion, they are just exchanging gift, giving each other things.
Right.
Is how showing respect and gratitude to everyone,
Right.
because that gratitude is mentally makes you very very strong.
Mhm.
It connects you with yourself and with the people, and it humbles you. It gravitates you.
Right.
And the moment you gravitate and connect with the ground and the reality, your brain doesn't shift into worst making scenarios.
Right.
Your brain doesn't shift into negative thinking.
Mhm.
It doesn't want any addictive stimuli like
Mhm.
alcohol, caffeine, or
Right.
some thrilling series. It doesn't want that thrilling stimulation.
Right.
It just gets so much happiness with the basic things.
True.
Your dopamine, your happy hormones that we say,
Right.
serotonin, endorphin just gets released through the gratitude. So practicing gratitude just for 5 to 10 minutes a day, or if you don't even want to take out the time, whatever you're doing,
Right.
like I am using this laptop for a moment for this podcast. I am being very thankful for this
True.
laptop.
True.
It just not, does not mean I have to thank people. Even
Right.
non-living things are very, very
Absolutely.
important.
Absolutely.
And with that gratitude, you take care of these little things about that laptop or about the people.
Right.
That makes a healthy relationship.
True.
And that healthy relationships helps you to grow a lot,
True.
even wherever you want.
I know. Yeah, that's true. That's true. One more important topic which I wanted to hit on is basically mobile addiction, right? You mentioned it is impacting both adults and kids, and I've seen mostly kids are uh, impacted with their growth and development. But I've also seen I myself spend a lot of time sometimes watching just reels, just scrolling up, and I don't know why I'm doing this, but I'm still doing it, right? So
Yes.
that is basically one topic which I wanted to talk about from your perspective, how people can manage getting rid of these situations and what can be replaced instead of watching a lot of screen or TV or mobile, what people can do to get a better, habit formation.
The very first thing, technical understanding we have to get about this social media addiction is we feel that I am watching it for myself.
Hmm.
I'm watching it for my fun, for my distraction, and for entertainment,
True.
me time. A
Right.
lot of people also call it it's my me time.
True.
So, trust me, it's not. uh, Social media is designed in a very, very, very great way that you don't understand. You are being in a trance mode. Actually, social media actually hypnotize you, keeping you hooked into it, and doesn't make you go out of it.
Right.
And your dopamine, they just use the dopamine theory that
Mm-hmm.
you get so much instant stimulation
Mm-hmm.
through that social media that your brain doesn't want a thing which is so boring or which can take a more fraction of second than this reel.
True. True.
If I can get instant stimulation within 30 seconds, why should I go outside the house, take down the stair, go back down and take a walk?
Right. Makes sense.
That's how your brain is thinking.
Mm.
And there are a lot of great psychologists, technicians behind it who are making it.
Really?
So you're a product for them.
Okay.
And when you know that you are being used for someone else's business and someone is making money out of you
Mm-hmm.
with your time, with your energy, with your social media attention and everything, please, that time you can utilize for yourself, for your own well being.
Right. Right.
Give this rational understanding to yourself. This is not entertainment. You are not entertaining. You will understand if you are a regular reel user.
Mm-hmm.
After 15 minutes, you will notice your face is just blank.
Right.
15 to 20. Your face is just blank, you're just scrolling.
True.
You're just scrolling. You're not even into that reel.
Right.
You are that puppet monkey.
Right.
You have seen the monkey who just repeat one action again and again after one after one. You're just hooked.
Right.
There is a subconscious pattern that has been made in your mind, which is keep on doing one thing, which just know that I'll get stimulate. I'll get stimulate.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing outside than this box, which is very good.
Right.
So I just want to use this. So that's how being you are hooked. So you're addicted like an alcohol, more strongly than alcohol.
I know. Yeah.
If you feel that, if you want to understand how you're addicted to it, there are 2, 3 signs which you can check.
Mm-hmm.
If you're feeling anxious, if you're overthinking, as soon as you're getting up or going back to the bed, you want to check your phone, you're free. I'm just sitting free. I know this 5 minutes I have free time. I don't want to be free. I'm const. I want to just check up my WhatsApp messages, Instagram messages. I want to check my feed.
True.
So this is how you have been hooked. This is what is addiction is.
Mm-hmm.
If you can't enjoy even 5 minutes of your me time by yourself, that means you're in a severely danger position.
True.
And the worst part of it that we have normalized this.
Right.
We feel it's absolutely okay to use 5 to 6 hours of phone. After COVID, it has become so okay.
Yeah. True.
At least minimum 5 to 6 hours is fine. Staying up late till 2 to 3 o'clock, watching series, Netflix is absolutely fine. And I've seen a lot of people have these gossip topics around their friends, corporates, talking about the series late night they have been watched. So what we are doing is we're normalizing these things.
True.
We are not telling them this is the addiction, this is not great for your health or for your future kids.
Right.
And it's like if you're the we have just normalized the alcohol used parties, and now we are normalizing this social media addiction. The
True.
more you will normalize this, the more will people get addicted to it.
Mm.
And the bad or the worst effect of is your attention span is reducing.
Okay.
You're being very impulsive.
True.
Out of it.
Yeah.
You're reacting on each and every small thing. So your patience has reduced. So your patience has reduced, so your interpersonal relationship with peoples and with you is getting affected because you're not having that rest, quiet talk with them.
Hmm.
You're not putting an effort to understand yourself or the other person. It can happen in your family life or in your work life. And when the things are not working, you again want some kind of a distraction or stimulation. Then again, you are going back to that phone.
Right.
Get a solution.
It's a loop.
It's a loop.
True. Right.
So your question was how to get out of it. The
Right.
very first habit that you need to inculcate is first of your first hour of your morning and last hour of your night. Keep
No.
your phone away. No device.
Hmm.
Keep your phone in such a location that as soon as you get up, you will not see your phone.
Okay.
If you will see your phone, you have such a strong habit pattern in your brain. Your brain will continuously वो notification आता रहेगा. अरे
Right.
use करो किसी का message आया रहेगा. There will be some kind of a update in India, some kind of incidents you need to know. There
Right.
will be this FOMO thing that we
Right.
call that your brain will keep on banging you.
Mm-hmm.
So keep your phone in such a like right now everyone has a
Peace.
cupboard and this
Yeah.
space where you can just like lock it up.
Right.
Or if I'm getting up at 8, which is a normal time right now, 8 or getting up at 8 or 9, then use your phone by 10.
Okay.
If you're
Got
sleeping by 12, please by 10:30, leave
no.
your phone.
True.
No phone. Give that 1 or 2 hour. Because within that 1 or 2 hour, your brain will start to relax.
Right.
Have that self connection. And that self connection will help you throughout the day to maintain some kind of a distance with your phone.
Makes sense.
Because that first and last hour of your brain, you're highly tired and
Right.
stimulated.
Right.
Whatever you're doing is getting imprinted directly on your subconscious mind.
Wow.
That time your brain is not thinking logically whether this is right or wrong. If you're doing it, your brain is accepting it and want to do it again and again.
Right.
So do healthy, nice things in that hour.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
And second thing that you can do is understand your phone usage pattern. When I want to use it,
Hmm.
I want to use it when I'm free. I want to use it when I am having meal. Why I want to use it? Because I can't enjoy my own company. I don't
Mhm.
want to eat alone. A lot of people right nowadays I have
Yeah.
seen they don't want to eat alone, so they want a phone or they want something to be going on because it feels like hey, I'm eating alone. It's make you feel lonely. Phone is not the companion, guys.
Right.
Come on,
Right. Right.
grow up. We all have to understand. We have made our phone a girlfriend and boyfriend more than our partner, and
True.
that's a major thing that is happening now. Your phone is not your companion. It's just a device. Help you to connect with your original companion.
Makes sense. Yeah.
It's a mediator,
Right.
not the real person. And what we have done, we have made it a real person. In
Right.
our mind, it's our girlfriend body. We people get panic attack if they lose their phone.
True. I've seen that. Yeah.
So this much important if we are giving to the phone, definitely whatever is our brain is like we have a survival brain.
Right.
If we are telling our brain, if this thing is my priority and my survival is at risk,
Mm-hmm.
something can happen, something bad can happen to me if this is how we give to our partner or parents. If they
Right.
are not there, something will happen to how I lead my life.
True.
That's the reason we want to give so much to the relationship.
Makes
If
sense.
we are giving same importance to the phone, our brain will react.
Absolutely.
So we have to reduce the priority of the एक चला जाएगा दूसरा आएगा कोई बात नहीं है.
Mm.
There is a backup security now in each and every phone, so you're not losing everything, so it's okay. Relax.
True.
The moment you are reducing the priority of your phone in your mind, your brain will not go back again and again.
Absolutely.
And um third or foremost important thing is don't use each and every social media.
Mm-hmm.
Like you want Instagram, you want YouTube, you want Snapchat, Facebook, whatever, and multiple things are there. They are
Right.
just keep on adding. if you're going to use it, it's like if I'm having a meal and I want to update each and everything on each and every platform and I want to see each and every reactions on each and every, it's gonna take so much of time.
True.
That's one thing. But your brain is understanding that that reaction, that uploading a picture is so much important for me than actually having a meal. That's a message that is getting registered in your brain.
Right.
And that's the reason if that's message you're giving your brain will again say that, oh, see what reaction you have come. After one bite, you will have that notification.
Right.
So rationalize and give a practical understanding. It's not important.
Mm-hmm. Right.
It is important to certain extent to live in the society. You have to be updated and you have to know what is going on. So keep a hour or time. It's like between 7 to 8 p.m. I can use my phone.
Mm-hmm.
After my work and everything, I can check out what is happening in people's life and I can scroll reels for time pass or getting updated because a lot of people think reels actually teaches you a lot of things.
Right.
That's what the perception about the people is right now.
Mm-hmm.
So you can keep that hour. And after 8 p.m., I will just, okay, I don't need to use it.
Right.
So use it in a proper manner and
Mm.
keep that hour and be disciplined about it.
Right.
लाइक हाँ आपका कैसा खाना खाने का टाइम है सो
Mm-hmm.
2 बजे आपका खाना है तो ऑटोमेटिकली आपके पेट और दिमाग की घंटी बजने लगती है कि नहीं खाने
Right.
का टाइम है खाने का टाइम है वॉट एवर यू आर डूइंग यू फील लाइक अरे नहीं नहीं खाना खाना है
Right.
सेम वे में 7 o'clock का आपके दिमाग की घंटी बजने लगेगी योर ब्रेन विल स्टार्ट अरे नहीं आप टू यूज फोन आप टू यूज सो यूज दैट फोन between 7 to 8 a.m. So
Got it.
according to your schedule and your life, you can arrange that time, but keep it a fixed time.
Makes sense.
Like before our generation have people have this TV wala thing. I watch 7 to 7:30 serial.
Right.
They watch 7 to 7:30 serial, but after that, their day is free. They're doing other works. They're
Right.
involving with people and other works because their brain is disciplined about that timing. So have that timing for yourself, but not late night.
Right.
So keep that in mind. Not late night, but before 9 p.m., I can have that schedule that hour. So
Right.
these are 3, 4 techniques you can use. And if you really want to get rid of addictions, connect with the nature.
Mm-hmm.
If once you're connected with the nature, you're walking in the garden, you're smelling the fresh air because your body is made with the nature.
Right.
The more easily you're connecting with the nature, your easily brain is shifting away the devices
Right.
automatically. Yes, this mobile has come in the past 20, 30 years, but your brain is connected with the nature with past lakhs and lakhs.
Right.
And the moment you're connecting with the nature, your brain will automatically vanishes that thing. It is not important
Right.
because that pattern is stored in your brain.
Yes.
So connect with the nature, have morning walk or evening walk. That will help you a lot. Yeah, we
Right.
can go back to the next question.
Makes sense. My major question is, does hypnotherapy works on these kind of situations where people are addicted to mobile or any kind of mental issues, like for example, social anxiety? Does hypnotherapy work on that? Stress and anxiety, yes, I know that, but I'm not sure. Relationship, I think so. I don't know. I mean, you can be the best guidance for us, but understanding about hypnotherapy, how it helps and what exactly is hypnotherapy? Maybe that we can start.
Yes. First of all, brief idea about what hypnotherapy is. So hypnotherapy is we have two minds. One is conscious mind, second is subconscious mind. So let's understand what conscious and subconscious is.
Mhm.
So you are having a meal, you're picking up a bite. That's what a conscious mind is doing. You're picking up a bite. Consciously you're aware. Now you're gulping it. Are you aware what is this inside digesting process, how it's happening? You're not aware. This is what the subconscious mind is doing it.
Mhm.
The same way the mental process happens. You're experiencing each and everything, your knowledge, speaking with the people, and lot of. These are all mental processes.
Right.
Consciously you're experiencing, but who is processing it? Your subconscious mind. How it's processing it, you don't know.
Right.
Sometimes you know if you are giving yourself that me time, like you said, you had that me time where you were talking to yourself, questioning to yourself. That's how you're understanding what is going on inside. But if you're not giving that time, it's automatically happening. And if you're having a lot of past baggage, negative beliefs, firm beliefs about certain values, negative, positive, anything. If they're positives, your subconscious mind will filter all this information through those beliefs.
Okay.
If I have a belief in people, I feel that every person is good. So even if they are doing bad, my subconscious mind will filter it in a good way.
Hmm.
No, he must be having some kind of an intention,
Hmm.
motive behind it, a good motivation, because of which he had to do this bad act.
Hmm.
That's how my value has been processed inside my subconscious mind.
Right.
Now there are multiple things in our life, multiple things we're experiencing, doing. If we are having any relationship kind of issue, we are seeing a partner. Now we have seen our parents' relationships. We have seen romantic movies of Shah Rukh Khan. We have seen other things. So we have made a lot of imagination and beliefs about this romantic life or relationship. Now, whatever I'm doing, having a conversation with my partner, my subconscious mind is being filtered in it.
Okay.
And on that basis, I am having automatic response with my partner.
Hmm. Hmm.
Not every time, but most of the time, we are behaving automatically.
Right.
And if this automatic response is in a healthy way, which is good, but it's coming in a negative way that is increasing your stress, anxiety, and it's creating a conflicts in your life, we need to change those patterns.
Right.
And that's where the hypnotherapy role comes in.
Okay.
So, what we do is we systematically tap into subconscious mind. So, what that means is consciously you're not processing what is happening.
Right.
The logical mind for a moment is just shut, and your attention is completely guided into your own self,
Okay.
where all those memories, where all those emotions are being lightened. I am just as a hypnotherapist guider,
Hmm.
which is helping you to process this information, process those emotions in a safe way. Our
Right.
body is a storage of those emotions. If I'm having any traumatic instance, if I had, my body has stored that trap emotion in me.
Right.
You must have seen in multiple movies also in that reaction. There's a Satya Prem Ki Katha. There was a movie where she had the sexual traumatic incidents and her movie body get trapped. So these kind of emotions are there. So I systematically allow you to experience those emotions and release it positively,
Mm-hmm.
make your subconscious mind relax. And now, the healthy patterns or healthy behavior that you want in ourselves. Through positive suggestions, which I give it to you when you are in a trance mode, your subconscious mind tends to accept those positive suggestions completely and make it an automatic response completely.
Mm-hmm.
Like the way you're following affirmations in your daily life, but you have to
Right.
practice a lot,
Yeah.
but I can achieve that within 2-3 sessions
Mm-hmm.
because I am creating a state where your subconscious mind just accepting that idea. Okay, I am confident about the public speaking if that is a thought that I want to put in.
Right.
The visualization and techniques that I'm using it during that hypnotic trance, your subconscious mind is getting positively programmed about it.
Right.
And along following the same procedure 4 to 5 times, you're building a very strong mental pattern.
Mm.
Along with the proper other exercises that we follow, it can have an enduring effect.
Right.
That way, this is a relationship and the stress exact trauma example, but it can work wonders in each and every part of your life, each and every issue or disorders that you have been going through.
Right.
Hope you have got the clarity.
Yes, absolutely. So how can someone reach out to you if they want to, consult you? Like, is there a way they can reach out to you, like a website or LinkedIn? How should people reach out to you if they want to?
Yes, they can DM me. I have my official number, a working number, which I can give you. Plus, LinkedIn profile, Instagram profile is there. I'm also associated with a lot of companies, Manapravaha, Hobby5. I'm consultant over there. So
Mhm.
you can reach out to me, or you can just Google my name on, or you can just search on LinkedIn. So my profile will come. You can DM me anytime. I'm
No.
available there.
Cool. Anyone who wants to reach out to Rupali, I will also add her number in the description of this podcast. So I would recommend that you reach out to her if you are going through any kind of situations. And I really want to thank Rupali to guide us today. I think today's podcast was the most amazing podcast so far because we have discussed real time scenarios and situations. And we've also received clear guidelines on how we can manage certain things when you are in that situation. And I'm sure that anyone who is watching this video later on will also understand how to self evaluate themselves, how to plan their goals, and how to track them in such a way that you don't get into that situation where you are stuck, you are stressed, you are in anxious state. And also we've talked about certain practices where you can start with gratitude, imagination, visualization, and also making sure you have a healthy habits of working on yourself, like mental health and physical health. And ultimately, if you still feel that you need more help, first reach out to your close ones, your friends, your family. If you still feel that you need more help, reach out to Rupali. I'm going to share that information. She is available on LinkedIn, on Instagram. Her LinkedIn profile will be there in the description. Her Instagram handle I will share, and I'm going to also share her number. I recommend you at least reach out to her once and understand what you can do to come out of these stressful anxiety situations, maybe public speaking problems, maybe past life regression, maybe anything which you feel that is troubling you mentally. I think Rupali is the right person for you to reach out and solve your problem. I think hypnotherapy, which she mentioned, is going to help you amazingly because she's going to tap into your subconscious mind and bring out those blocking issues which is majorly restricting your growth, your energies, your life, right? So I really want to thank Rupali today for joining this podcast and sharing valuable insights. And I wish her all the best in the future. And thank you for coming today, Rupali. It was really great talking to you.
Thank you so much, Amir. Thank you for this wonderful opportunity and a lovely time to be with you and connecting with your audience. It was an amazing experience, and I wish you all the best to you. Best wishes to your channel, and wish you have a lot of success and reach out. Keep coming up with this best content